This
Kenny.
conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, everybody. I'm going to call the Building Needs Committee meeting of November 6, 2023 to order at 5:35 p.m. This is Ken Poisson, 6th District Councilman, Chairman of the Building Needs Committee. I'll take a motion to approve our October meeting minutes.
So moved.
Would someone like to second it?
Sure, this is Alan Llewellyn. I'll second.
Okay, all those, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? The chair votes aye, motion carries unanimously. Item 3 is ongoing items. 3A is Board of Ed buildings and A1 is Stratford High School renovations. Alan, do you have an update on the closeout update of the new Stratford High School building?
No, just kind of other than following up with, we have a new person working with us from CREC. I understand that she's kind of had some contact with Dawn, or Dawn's waiting to hear back from her to confirm that some of the munis reporting has taken place. To my understanding, she's been in contact with Pam Mangini. We had a planning meeting for Board of Ed last week. Pam wasn't there, so I wasn't able to follow up with her concerning where they are with CREC. But I'm thinking about having the woman from CREC, I believe her name is Deborah or Brenda, have her come to our meeting next month to kind of wrap us up before we get into winter and get an update on where we're at. I was under the impression from last month that in terms of the final sort of end things going on, there's still some continuing, warranty maintenance work that's not at the town's cost that's being done. And if anybody knows of any, situations or conditions going on, let me know. That's it, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Rich.
I happen to be in discussion with a couple of the other teachers, mainly in the art division over at the high school, and they can't tell whether the system is working or it's not. On a hot day, it's not cooling down like it's supposed to. Any description that they have given me have led me to believe that it's not working to its capacity.
That is absolutely true, Rich. Unfortunately, there are still some rooms that are too hot, and there are still some rooms that are too cold. That's unfortunately true.
Alan, can we get in touch with this new person that's in charge and put a light of fire underneath somebody? Because we're going to go in the middle of winter, and these kids are going to have to wear their winter coats in class.
So I
Again.
definitely will. I appreciate the current information. This woman who's now working with us has closed out upwards of 10 buildings for the city of New London. So hopefully she's encountered these challenges before and has overcome them. But I will reach out about the current status of the HVAC issues.
All right, Alan, just so you understand, I don't care about New London. I care about Stratford. That's the one I want fixed. Okay.
Now I know, but the way we overcame some of the earlier challenges that were encountered with these ductless systems is Turner found a project manager in Atlanta who used to be with a representative who sells the equipment, and so sometimes we got to go outside our area and get the answers where we can get the answers. But no, my focus is on getting Stratford fixed, not New London.
Thank you. Or Atlanta either.
Hey, Rich.
Yes.
This is Dan Wakeling. Hey,
Yeah, Dan.
in that area, we were having a problem with a control module that we ordered from LG, and two of them came in wrong. They were the wrong ones. We finally we went to another company that's a dealer for LG. We believe we got the right one. It should be coming in a few days, and once we get that in, I think that'll resolve the problems in the art wing.
Okay, thank you. Is that all covered under warranty or not not at our
No, that's not
expense?
warranty. No, that's not under warranty, but it's not an expensive part. It's just valuable part.
Okay. How
So,
inexpensive?
Mr. Chairman, I got a question then. So why isn't it under warranty? I don't get it. If we've been having problems with this system since its inception, since it went in, why wouldn't this be covered under a warranty?
Thank you, Dan.
Dan, can you answer Dan's question and also how much those parts cost, please?
That part's probably a couple $100. And as far as warranties, we got all the warranty all documents from Turner for all the LG equipment, and there's a few compressors and stuff that are under warranty for few more years, but for the most part, these the warranties are up on a lot of this equipment.
Dan, I don't mean to sound stupid, but this hasn't worked since day one. When did I mean they've just strung us along till after the warranty date is over and then kick us to the side?
Well, it's been a battle here and there with them. We did get a lot of problems resolved over the summer, and I believe we should have better luck with the heating and air conditioning system now. But according to Turner, this equipment was turned over by the commissioning agent. It was all approved, and the warranties are up on a lot of it.
Rich, you also have to remember that our town attorneys are also speaking to lots of these companies, town attorneys. So we just have to keep remembering that in the background, please.
Do we know which attorney is handling this?
For us,
Yes.
I do not.
Okay.
So are you saying, Mr. Chairman, that this is in litigation right now with our attorneys and representatives from LG?
Yeah, I don't know what the exact definition of litigation is, Dan, but it's being discussed between us and them, yes.
Okay. Can they be made aware of this situation also?
I'm pretty sure, Dan, you keep everybody abreast of everything that's being done over at Stratford High, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a big long list that's been compiled since day one, as you said, Rich.
Okay.
And in regards to that, not to jump to work orders, but I saw a significant amount of work orders for Stratford High School with problems with leaks. So what's the issue with that right now, Dan? And is that an issue with the heating system, or is that a completely different situation?
No, it's more plumbing leaks, and just things that happen. Use of equipment that starts to leak. Nothing that was put in that was faulty. It's just use. There were some small roof leaks, but they called the company and it was under warranty. They took care of those things.
Okay. Thanks, Dan.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you, Alan. Item A2 is the open Board of Education work orders. They were emailed out to us ahead of time. Does anybody have any questions for Dan, since I don't see Rich's here?
I just had one, Mr. Chairman. It was in regards to Benell High School. It's the computer system that operates the HVAC system. So has that been resolved, Dan?
It has not. That's been ongoing. I've got a quote from Honeywell because that's when Honeywell came in and did that audit, like in 2012, and we had that agreement with them. They upgraded all the equipment. The server went down last year, and I got a quote from them to repair it. The service man that was our contact, he left the company. A new guy came in. I got ghosted for almost a year. Again, this is with the town attorney now because we haven't received any PM work, which is in their contract. Can't get an answer on this server, which I already had a purchase order for 2 years. and it is hindering us. I mean, we could go to the schools and control. We have to override some things, but it should be run on the computer. I was just in contact with the guy yesterday and asked him about it again because he wants to come out and do some PM work to try to make up for everything they didn't do. And I asked him about the server, and he said he was still working on it. So that
Is
was also
that
turned over to the town.
is that causing issues, Dan, with the heating system for the winter?
Not at Stratford High, but everywhere else, yes. All the other schools. Just control issues.
Wow.
There's nothing. I mean, everything's working, but to make changes in schedules and things like that, it's hard to do. And it's all Honeywell controls. It's hard just to switch because it would be astronomical to try to do that at this point.
Yeah.
So Dan, did this guy call you and want to do PM work after our attorneys got in touch with their attorneys, or was that just a coincidence?
No, it's not a coincidence. I don't know if our attorney got in touch with them, but I got in touch with them and we held back a few payments on them. And I asked them to produce some service reports and they have nothing. So I think they're trying to make up for it now so they get paid.
Yeah, well, withholding payments should definitely be a continuance
Yeah,
there
it
until,
gets their attention.
yeah.
And maybe
Okay.
I think the last question again with warranties. So, I work on the manufacturing side, and obviously, we're big on warranties with our contractors that do the installation work. So my biggest question is, are we, with Honeywell, with LG, did we look at the explicit warranties on these products to make sure that we're covered properly? And that, I don't know whether or not we're doing our due diligence with that or not, but it's something that we ought to take a hard look at with everything that we purchase, to make sure that we have coverage. Because when you run into these situations, it kills you to have to pay for something twice in a short period of time.
Oh, I agree.
And
And I didn't
you
see
hate
any
for
of this
this.
warranty work going. What's that, Dan?
No, and you just hate to see this happen, to go to a lawyer, and then, wait a couple of years before you can get any resolution.
I know.
Yeah. And listen, there's no blame here. It's just a question of, making sure that, when we get involved in these projects, we try to look at the workmanship portion of the warranty as well as the product itself. The product's only as good as the person that's installing it. And I think we ran into some issues with LG when that whole system was being installed at Stratford High School. So I don't want to beat a dead horse.
I know.
But good points, Dan. It's good points, and they need to be made because it's been happening, unfortunately. All right, item 3B is the town buildings, general buildings, the open work orders and building repairs. We have any questions on those? And item 2 is Booth Park. Any questions on Booth Park? Or Dan, do you have any updates on Booth Park for us?
Right now, we're in the process of doing drawings for, if you go down by Pavilion 1, down the bottom of the hill where the playground is, there's a retaining wall and some stairs. It's in disrepair. The stairs are dangerous. The wall's falling apart. So we're coming up with a design to do within the stacked stones, the blocks, and do a new set of stairs and new railings. We're working on that now. We're trying to get some cost estimates to see if we have that in the budget to do right now or if we have to wait.
Okay, by wait, you mean wait until next fiscal year or just wait until it gets warm again?
No, well, I don't know. We think we have enough money. We just have to get some pricing on this stuff to see where we fall. We put some money away for this, but everything's escalating price wise. So we hope we have enough. I'd hate to have to wait till next fiscal year. We might have to wait till spring to start the work.
Right. All right, does anybody have any questions for Dan?
Hey, Dan, it's Caitlin.
Hey, Caitlin.
Is that area blocked off from the public so there's no access?
No, it's not. I mean, the stairs, everybody, they haven't changed. It's the same way it's been for the last 20 years, but it's just something that should be done. The stairs aren't really up to code at this point. I mean, we could close it off at this point because it's really not being used. So we could board that off so nobody uses the stairs right now.
Just if we know if it's a safety hazard, I think that would be wise.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yep. You're welcome.
Okay, item 4 is new business. And Raul is here, correct, Raul?
That's correct. I'm here.
All right, Raul is here from CSW, and he can answer any questions we have on these change orders. If someone would like to make a motion on the first one as it's written in the agenda.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
And this is for the Stratford High School additional cost for 25 mechanical attachments to meet the roof weight capacity. Raul, can you just give us a brief recap of why this is needed?
Yeah. So when the projects were built, it was under the assumption that the system would be fully ballasted. And after a roof study was done, it was found that the amount of ballast blocks needed to hold down the solar array would exceed the capacity of the roof. So instead, they shopped around with different racking manufacturers. This one ended up being the most cost effective and with the least attachments, but there will need to be physical attachments to the roof. And these are done under the warranty of the roof. But this was a cost that wasn't anticipated.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Rich.
why is it that every time we do something, there's always a change order and it's never in the original game plan? This has got to be.
Rich, if you or I, anybody had the answer to that, we'd all be because we would have a total secret answer to the world. I think
It
we all get
seems.
frustrated. I think we all get frustrated by change orders. I think Raul just gave us a good explanation. Dan, you're our roof guy. Did what Raul said, is that, does this happen?
Well, he's the one thing he mentioned. He said it's under the warranty of roof. So do you want to explain that to me, Raul? What exactly
Yeah.
that entails?
Yeah, so once the systems are complete, usually we'll file an overburden waiver, and depending on the roof manufacturer, they might send out somebody to conduct a roof inspection, but they issue a continuance letter for the warranty of the roof. We've done this for most of the projects that we've done, and we've worked with a couple different roofing manufacturers on this.
And is this Raul, has this happened with the other projects that you've done at the other schools here in Stratford?
I can't speak to the other schools. I can speak to the other projects that we've built ourselves. I'm stepping in for Eric, who's been more involved in these projects. I can reach out to him, but I'm not sure if the other projects have had roof attachments.
Right, I'm just talking about the warranty part.
Yeah, so every installation will reach out to the roofing manufacturer and continue the warranty.
So you'll actually, once you penetrate the existing roof, you'll go back with the manufacturer's product. It probably was TPO now that I think of it. And then what you'll do is you'll basically repair those areas
Yes.
that you've the systems to, and then you'll have a manufacturer's rep come out from the roofing manufacturer to inspect it to make sure that there's no visible areas or possible areas of leaks, and
Right.
they'll attach their warranty to it.
Right.
or a continuance of their warranty.
Yeah, exactly. Continue the existing warranty on the roof.
Okay, I'm good with that, Ken.
Mr. Chairman,
Okay.
I just have to throw this in there. Who do we go after in 8 months when those roofs start to leak? Because you know they're gonna, because that's just the way things are progressing on this whole mess.
Well, if it's the
I,
warranty, then we go back to the roofing company, correct?
Correct.
and they're not going to charge us, correct?
Well, it
Not if it's,
depends. That was the other question I brought up in regards to LG and to Honeywell. It's one thing to have the roofing manufacturer's warranty on the product itself,
Yeah.
but is there a workmanship warranty connected with the application of the roofing product? So whether it be a 20-year NDL or a 15-year NDL, I don't know what was. Dan, maybe you can enlighten me to what the warranty was on Stratford High School. I just don't recall.
Was that for the roof warranty, Dan?
Correct. Yeah.
I don't know I can't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to read the warranty. I don't remember.
Yeah.
so Raul, do you know if the workmanship is included in the warranty or not?
I know in the original RFP that we put out, we mentioned the workmanship warranty, but I can't remember the specific details. I can go back into the program manual, but I believe we have those files on hand. If there is a workmanship warranty, we will work, within those guidelines.
So I want to be, I want everybody to understand that once a roof is applied, and if it does have a workmanship warranty, once that roof is then touched by a second party, it normally will void that workmanship portion of the warranty. Now that's the reason why I'm asking is I want to make sure that this doesn't void any workmanship warranty that we have in place after this work is done. That's important to know because as Rich mentioned, in case there is a leak, then it's the town that's on the hook and not the manufacturer or the installer.
Mhm.
So
I think I went a little bit further on that, Dan, saying when it does leak. I'm not a betting man, but I'd probably even put money on this one that it will leak somewhere.
well, listen, I'm comfortable in the fact that they've done the work before
Yeah.
and
Well,
done this type of installation. So, but
again,
to have the protection that we need, I think is important.
yes.
So, I'd like to see the workmanship portion of the warranty just to make sure that we're covered here. And listen, Raoul's done work before. I'm comfortable in the fact that they know what they're doing. It's just a question of whether or not that warranty is still going to be in place, and I want to make sure it's a workmanship warranty.
Yeah, so sorry for the delay. I was pulling up the program manual for the original RFP for these projects. So in section 2.9, section C, it mentions the workmanship warranty. I'm just going to read from the program manual. At Chapel Street, Worcester, and Second Hill Lane, the roof membranes will be under the roofing contractor's workmanship warranty during the installation of the solar projects. Therefore, any penetrations or attachments required for these projects must be performed by the roofing contractor. So we have called out that any roof penetrations will have to be done by the same roofing contractor. And I'm sorry for the delay, but I wanted to find that in the program manual.
All right, and Raoul, is there an additional cost or additional fee that the town will have to pay to have that contractor come back and do the work? Or is that included with the solar project?
That is included in the change order. The change order mentions the procurement and labor for installation of 25 mechanical attachments. So that's all included in the one change order.
Okay. All right.
Okay, all those in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The chair votes aye. Motion carries unanimously. Okay, we have the change order next up for Chapel Street School. Someone like to make the motion there so we can discuss that one?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it for discussion.
All right, Raul, this is $46,591.88 for Chapel Street School. Additional cost due to delays in the project schedule as a result of the re-roof project schedule. Can you briefly explain this one, please?
Yes, so these projects were bid over a year ago, and due to some delays in the construction of the new roof, prices of things like modules, balance of system components, and just physical labor for these installations has gone up since then, and that's all reflected in the change order. It's a total price increase of about 10%, just under 10%.
So this is basically what everybody calls in the construction business escalation costs.
Right. Or inflation. The modules have changed in price since they were bid.
Dan, Rich, anybody? Any questions, comments, concerns?
Many, but not worth mentioning.
Dan, do you see prices going up this much and everything else that you're doing too?
Everything. Danny Semp, sorry.
Oh, well, both either Dan actually could be qualified to answer this one.
Yeah, I mean, labor costs have definitely escalated, and the price of raw materials have gone up. I know our solar piece, yes, we've seen some significant increases.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes aye. Motion carries unanimously. And we need someone to make a motion on the last one. This is for the chiller replacement project at Flood Middle School.
Chiller, huh? So moved.
I'll second.
All right, Dan Wakeling, can you walk us through this one, please?
Yeah, this is for the two chillers at Flood School. They're in bad shape. I'm not sure. Well, they're about 25 years old, I believe. Maybe not that old. But we applied for a grant with the Board of Ed, and there's 60% reimbursement, and we won the grant. So it's we'll get 60% back on that $777,000
From the state?
for two new chillers. Yes.
Well, that's good news.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Yeah, definitely kudos to the grant writer in Town Hall, yes.
Yeah, that was Board of Ed, actually. Kevin over at Board of Ed, I think, isn't.
Town Hall, Board of Ed.
Hey, we'll take no matter what.
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
we got it.
We got it. It's good. I know they help each other out there with the grants when it comes to projects like this.
Yes.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Quick before it changes.
Any opposed? The chair votes aye. Motion carries unanimously. Our next regular meeting is Monday, December 4th, the first Monday as usual at 5:30 p.m. I'd like to thank everybody as always. Before I take a motion to adjourn, thank you for your continued help with this committee. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll second and wish those coming up on election Tuesday best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dan.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, chair votes aye. Motion carries unanimously. We are adjourned at 6:05 p.m. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.